Hi, I'm Dave.
And I'm Jen. Welcome to Dave and Jen Ignite.
We're glad you're here today, and by the end of the session, you're going to have some extra hints today, not so much about actually memorizing this particular verse, which we'll work on some, Acts 20:20, but about how to do that with a friend. Most of the videos on memorization to this point have been all about on your own, but today it's going to how to memorize with a friend.
It's nice because we're assuming you have friends, and that is a good thing. And it's great to work on any project with a friend. It really is. There's camaraderie there. There's just fun times there. But memorizing scripture together can be a really good thing. And I've been really fortunate and blessed to be able to do a lot of theater over my few years of life. And some of the things that help me the most are memorizing, having someone help me memorize my lines. Doing it on my own, it's fine. I can look at it and then I put it down and that's fine. But having somebody else read with me and go with me, it makes a world of difference. So when we're memorizing scripture, it's a lot of the same concept. Kind of holding each other accountable and just checking on each other or just finding creative ways to help each other out. It's really a great benefit to do memorization together, to do anything together, but to do memorization together. So
I'll never forget being on a plane one time, and she was getting ready for a show and working with her on lines in the plane.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, just putting the time to good use. And someone's, are you in a show? Are you an actress? Talking to Jen. Well, yeah.
It was really fun.
It is. It's good.
It's very helpful. It really is. And I appreciate Dave bearing with me on many occasions, trying to help me make sure that I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
Especially as I get older, because I don't remember things as well. Just saying.
True for most of us. And I hope that's encouraging to them as well, just in the sense that you can memorize, and actors and actresses, they memorize a lot of lines. So you want to, it can be done.
It can.
A lot of lines can be memorized. Yes. So be encouraged. You can memorize those. You can memorize your scriptures. Mm-hmm. And today we're going to talk about Acts 20:20.
And what does that say, Dave?
Well, I'm going to read it.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. I did not shrink from doing anything helpful, proclaiming the message to you and teaching you publicly and from house to house. Acts 20:20. Now, just as working with a friend, you can still use all the things you did before. You got your 3x5 cards, you can write it out. And I'd still recommend that just because that helps you to get that kinetic learning going and those kinds of things, and to always have it with you. You can put it on the dashboard of your vehicle and all those good things. But Acts 20:20, I did not shrink from doing anything helpful, proclaiming the message to you and teaching you publicly and from house to house. Acts 20:20. This is the Apostle Paul speaking later in the book of Acts. I would like to ask you to go ahead and compare Acts 20:20 to Acts chapter 8, verse 3. And you can see a neat little parallel there about in Acts chapter 8, Paul is persecuting the church. I mean, he's just helped to vote for the martyrdom, the stoning, the killing of Stephen. And he is not a friend to the church at that point in his life. So make that comparison between Acts 8:3 and Acts 20:20. And that can help drive some portions of this even deeper into your memory. Acts 20:20, I did not shrink from doing anything helpful, proclaiming the message to you and teaching you publicly and from house to house. Acts 20:20.
And Dave, I think that one of the cool things, and this is just an aside, is to see the transformation, the transforming power of God in the life of the Apostle Paul. And it's available for each one of us too. That's just a side note. And one of the things that could be helpful as you are memorizing scripture with a friend is to tag team. For instance, I might say Acts 20:20. I did not shrink from
proclaiming? Nope. Doing.
So he would say the next phrase.
Doing anything helpful.
Proclaiming the message to you. I'm reading it. Proclaiming the message to you and
teaching you publicly and from house to house.
Acts 20:20. So that's another way too. And change it up as when you start and when you stop and so forth. It's just it's a fun way, but it's also a really good way to really drive it home.
Yeah. So for whatever reason, the last half of that verse is easier for me than the front. I don't know why.
Yeah, some
It
things
is.
are just easier for us to retain than others, and,
Yeah.
and we get it. You know, this is not an end all, but it's a help. We hope it's an encouragement to you. So as we wind up this video, we do have a couple questions for you. How have you worked with others, a friend or others, maybe in a Bible study or another work situation, to help memorize, particularly Scripture? How have you done that? If you've done it, how have you done it? We would like to see some of your hints and some of your techniques, and that will help us as well.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you. Put that in
We
the
learn-
comments below. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's right. We learn from each other.
We do.
So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Well, if you're finding value in this video and others, we do ask that you would click like and subscribe, and yes, or click on that bell so that you can get notifications when new videos come out. Until we meet again, I'm Dave.
And I'm Jen. Lord bless you.
May it be so.